Okay, so today we're doing an update on the zinnias that we planted in May. So typically I'm planting them right before, about a week or two before plant out date, because that's about how quickly they will sprout, and then you can just put them right into the garden. So I'll show you a little bit of that in the end, what we did in the greenhouse. So this is the zinnias now, and you can see they are, I would say, like multiple doubles, but then like this one is I would say like a little bit flat. So it is a hybrid flower, so you're going to kind of get different types of flowers growing, but that color is so beautiful. So what I did was I planted hot pink zinnias in one section, and then I would kind of put like one lime green zinnia, and then I did the opposite in the other area. I did lime green zinnias, and then I would put like one hot pink one in. So this is the area where there's some hot pink zinnias, and you can see there's a pretty moth just like feeding on this. And then this is what the lime green zinnias turned out. So we had a lot of rain last night, so it's looking a little bit brown, but really it was a beautiful like lime green color. And I got quite a few zinnias, but at the moment I don't have that many lime green flowers. So this is beautiful, and honestly when I walked back to the garden to take pictures of this, the birds were flying away, so they were kind of right in there feeding off of these and then other things as well. So I did have quite a few birds in that garden. So this is when I initially planted these zinnias, and just to show you, they really do turn out like just like the front of the packet shows. And as I said, these are I would say pretty significant hybrids. So what I mean by that is these are annuals, and all the seeds that are left in the garden, because since the birds feed on these, I just like leave the plants in the garden all winter. And next season when like volunteers will come up from those seeds, they're not gonna be like those you know, I can't even call these doubles. They're just like so many layers of flower. But when they kind of like uncross the hybrid next year, then it will come up, and it will be, usually they're just as pretty of colors, and they might be like a, you know, like a triple or quadruple flower, but they're not going to be as dense as they are when you initially plant these hybrids, because the hybrid seeds only last 1 year, and like I said, they will kind of uncross and they'll kind of like degrade to the lower level, which is still perfectly great. So there's nothing wrong with that. But it does, I do tend to replant zinnias every year, since I know that those, you know, kind of like super plants, you know, that are so beautiful, those are ones that I will add every year, and then I will get other plants as well that have kind of recycled themselves from prior years. So what I did early this season, I just kind of cut a milk jug out, and then I just put, I was really careful to keep like all the lime green seeds in one planter, and then the hot pink in the other planter. But since I've planted zinnias year after year, so I know they're very reliable seedlings that pop up, and they're not at all finicky. So I just dump the whole packet of seeds in one planter, and then I dump the, you know, the other color in the other planter. So when I have like sprouts, I might have 30 little seedlings in this one container, and that way I only let them grow for about a week or 10 days. I would say 2 weeks tops, and then they will be ready to plant out into the garden. Now the seed packet will say plant them directly in the garden. The truth is, I've never had luck with that. I've never had them grow like directly in the garden. You know, obviously I'm saying they're going to reseed, so they do reseed themselves in the garden, but for me to put like the brand new seeds in the garden, I've just never had luck with them popping up like that. So I do plant them in like these milk jugs, just so I can kind of get like a big mass planting, and it's real deep, so it gives me good, you know, they can get good root systems before I plant them. But like I said, it only takes from the time I put them in this jug and water them, and I have my little greenhouse. And if you want to see a video about this little greenhouse, it's just a little pop-up greenhouse, and then this year I put new plastic over it. But there's a video on my channel about that. But from the time I plant them to the time that I'm ready to, like I plant the seeds and they're ready, then the seedlings will pop up. the time that it takes is only about a week and a half or 10 days. And if I let them go like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's actually too long. They get so leggy. They still might be successful, but I find that the optimum time is just to let them grow for a week or two, and then I plant them directly in the gardens wherever I want them to be. And then it will take a couple months of hot summer before they start flowering, but they are very reliable plants. And as I said, the birds love them. They'll just sit right on them and eat the seeds right out of them. So it's just a really fun type of plant. So I did zinnias maybe 10 years ago, and just like I was so hooked right off the bat that I some years I will get like multiple different colors. They have a lot of hybrids that are like all different colors together, and they're like giant zinnias like these are. But this year I just wanted to try doing just 2 colors. I don't think I got as many as I normally would get. Typically I would get as many adult plants and flowers as I would seeds that I planted. So these were a little bit more finicky. I did not get nearly the numbers of full-grown plants as I normally do. So next year if I do something like this, then I will probably also add in like the multicolor kind of like giant mixes, and I'll just do more of those together like that. But I really did enjoy growing these flowers. They're just so beautiful, and like I said, they are very true to what the package showed. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I like to experiment different ways every year, different colors, new kinds of varieties, and this one was just a lot of fun for me. So thank you so much for watching.